A U.S. student who spent more than a year in a North Korean prison may have attempted to take his own life, it is claimed. Otto Warmbier was finally released by the Secretary of State in June last year, but died shortly after his return to the United States. The 22-year-old's death sparked huge tensions between the U.S. and the Kim Jong-un regime, amid claims that Otto had been physically tortured. His parents have launched legal action against North Korea, saying their son was brutally beaten while he was incarcerated. Otto Warmbier's parents claim he was battered and murdered by North Korean state security. Otto Warmbier, pictured at North Korea's top court in March 2016, died soon after his return to the U.S. Image, Reuters, but experts have questioned whether this was the case, and a lengthy investigation by writer Doug Clark has ruled that Otto may have attempted suicide. The theory claims the alleged attempt could have caused permanent brain damage which contributed to his death. North Korea has maintained that the U.S. student, who was given a 15-year prison sentence for stealing a propaganda poster, suffered from a brain condition called botulism, which is often linked to food poisoning. Otto, pictured in Pyongyang in February 2016, was arrested for committing hostile acts against North Korea, Image, AFP, but medical examinations have found this was not the case. Writing in GQ, Mr. Clark said experts he had spoken to had suggested Otto may have suffered from an allergic reaction, or deliberately attempted to end his own life. He wrote, the likelihood that his brain damage happened immediately after the sentencing, however, raises the possibility that he may have attempted suicide. Imagine what Otto must have been feeling after hearing that he would spend the next 15 years laboring in what he probably imagined to be a gulag. Otto's parents, Fred and Cindy Warmbier, have launched legal action against North Korea following their son's death. Image, CNN. Medics in North Korea told U.S. officials that Otto had been admitted to hospital with brain damage a year before his death. In the same article, a negotiator involved in discussions to free Otto claimed that efforts to get in touch with Donald Trump after his election had been thwarted. Mickey Bergman said that, in the period between Trump's election and his inauguration, he had attempted to contact the president-elect through allies Rudy Giuliani, Mike Pence and Trump's daughter Ivanka. Bergman said, I don't think it ever crossed his desk, because I think he would have actually liked it. Otto died on June 19 last year, just days after being returned to the U.S. Image, AFP. Otto's parents have announced their intention to sue North Korea over their son's death in 2017 following his release from captivity there. According to a wrongful death lawsuit, Fred and Cindy Warmbier say their son was brutally tortured and murdered. The suit was filed in U.S. District Court at a diplomatically delicate time, weeks ahead of an expected meeting between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. Kim and South Korean President Moon Jae-in also are set to meet on Friday. Otto was taken hostage, kept as a prisoner for political purposes, used as a pawn and singled out for exceptionally harsh and brutal treatment by Kim Jong-un, his father Fred said in a statement. He died a few days later, and an Ohio coroner said the cause was lack of oxygen and blood to the brain. North Korea blamed botulism and ingestion of a sleeping pill and dismissed torture claims. The coroner who examined Warmbier said he found no sign of botulism. A negotiator involved in discussions to free Otto claimed that efforts to get in touch with Donald Trump after his election had been thwarted. Image, Getty. The suit seeks unspecified damages for personal injury. North Korea, which is a rogue regime, took Otto hostage for its own wrongful ends and brutally tortured and murdered him, the lawsuit said. A representative of the North Korean mission to the United Nations in New York was not immediately available to comment. Richard Cullen, a family attorney, declined to comment about the suit beyond Fred Warmbier's statement. Otto Warmbier, a student at the University of Virginia, was traveling in North Korea with a tour group, and was arrested at Pyongyang airport as he was about to leave. He was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor for trying to steal an item bearing a propaganda slogan from his hotel, North Korea state media said. The filing says Warmbier falsely confessed to invented charges that he was acting as a spy connected to the Central Intelligence Agency.